Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is I, Trini Jackson. Today we're going to get into my Saturday, the things I did, because I'm not going to lie, it was a busy and packed day. There's a lot to get into, and I wanted to add more context from like a third person as someone who already went through Saturday. We're going to go ahead and get into it. This last week, I came across an ad on TikTok for a farmer's market being hosted by the brand Kind. Turns out, it was a free farmer's market. And now you have my attention, okay? Because I grocery shop on the weekend, so I just felt that this was a divine intervention. I sent the information to my mom, a couple screenshots, and I bet we're going to go to this Saturday morning to start our Saturday off right. And I was like, you know what? There's going to be a couple people there, so let's go at 8:30. So we can be there in time because the place doesn't open till 9. Mind you, that night before, we had already kind of gone out. So I kind of got up a little bit late. I was super tired, but I said, I'm not missing this free farmer's market for anything. I do Coda's morning routine. I give him breakfast. I let him know that I'm about to leave. And I say, okay, Coda, I'm going to be back in a few hours. And then I'm going to bring us some groceries. And then whenever I don't get the farmer's market, I'll go ahead and go to the store for. We pull up to the shopping center it's being hosted in. And we find, the line. And I'm like, okay, you know what? It's 8:30. I was expecting a line. Let's just go ahead and get to the back. We're walking, looking for the back of the line. We're walking. And then there comes a point where there's the road. So the line curves around the building. I literally realized there may be no way we're getting in this farmer's market because it was insane. I was expecting people to be there, don't get me twisted, but that many people. As soon as I stepped in line, I was contemplating if it was worth even staying because the farmer's market is only as supplies last. So I was like, Trini, what are the odds that supplies are going to last this long? My mom's like, you know what, Trini, we're already here. Let's just stay and see how it goes. But how long do you want to give it? Because we're not going to stay here till 3 p.m. just for them to say, hey, I'm sorry, we're out of food. You need to leave. That's literally what we're not going to do. So she said, okay, we're going to give it till 10. I'm like, okay, I can do 10. In the meantime, she sends me off with $25 to go get us some breakfast, like a little bit of coffee, a little bit of tea from this place, La La Land, that was really close. It had a really cute decor. It was yellow. They had like a yellow truck outside, clear glass windows, a chandelier. I don't know why a coffee shop needs a chandelier. When I was inside the establishment, it definitely gave the air of, everybody who's anybody is drinking their coffee here. I'm not gonna lie to you. The line in there was wrapped around as well. I was in line for almost 30 minutes. I finally got to the front and I ordered myself a matcha tea with honey and cinnamon and almond milk instead of regular milk because it's 2023 and I don't drink regular milk. And my mom got a little cappuccino or whatever the case may be. Absolutely delicious. I'm not gonna lie. The cups, the design, I was sold. It was literally so cute. They had writing on the cups. They were all yellow, but they were clear, and it kind of looked like a glass cup. It was honestly really, really cute. And then we got some cinnamon rolls. By the time I even got the coffee and was back in line to meet my mom, she had moved up a little bit, but we didn't make leaps and bounds. Let's say that. We were still very much 100th in line. It did not seem like this was going to be going the way I thought it was. I also met some women that were in La La Land who had already got their bags from the farmer's market. I asked them, how was it when you got in there? Basically, the way that it's set up, you walk in there, they give you the Kind bag, and they give you the groceries. They put it in your bag. They're letting you know what you're going to be getting and the amount in which you'll be getting it. So not exactly a full cart of groceries like I was thinking, but that makes sense though, because if everybody went in there and just went crazy, there wouldn't even be supplies for the next 10 people, let alone the next 100. At that point though, I was like, okay, I'm looking at what they got. They got like a pepper, some grains and some Kind snacks. I was like, okay, this is not really worth standing in this long line. I'd rather just go grocery shopping. So I go on the line. I tell my mom what I've learned from my two friends in the coffee shop, and we both decide, you know what, this is not going to be a farmer's market day. It's simply not a farmer's market day, and that's okay. The concept was so fun. It would have been amazing. Sometimes things just do not work out how you think they're supposed to work out, and that is fine. We gathered our pride and got in the vehicle immediately. It was a hot day. We're not going to sit out here in line for a pepper, okay? Got in the car, went back home to Coda. I explained to Coda what happened. We laughed about it, and then I took him on a walk, and we got ready because after that, we had a lot of things going on this Saturday. It was boom, 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 boom. We were handling business, making moves, making things happen. I went ahead and grabbed Coda. We laughed, we kikied, and I took him on a mini walk, and I changed. We were headed to a boot camp at the best Black-owned gym in Houston, Texas, Level 1 Fitness, my favorite gym to be at. They have very, very, very intense boot camps on Saturday morning. Usually they have two, one at 10:30 a.m., one at 11:30 a.m. And since we missed the 10:30 a.m. because we were messing around at the food court, at the food market, at the farmer's market that we never even farmed at, we went ahead and went to the 11:30. We pull up. It is packed. Like, there are cars parked all the way down the street. You hear the music. They have the garage doors up, so you already see people in the gym. It's hot. It's heavy. I'm excited. I'm about to get some work in, burn this whole cinnamon roll off, because I'm not going to lie, I consumed the whole cinnamon roll. I had the whole cinnamon roll. It was a big, delicious, sweet, sugary, calorie-packed cinnamon roll. I didn't feel bad about it, and I would do it again if I could. We pull up. This just so happens to be the one Saturday where they only had one very early morning boot camp, and they didn't do the 11:30 because they were having a event in the facility. I said, that's cool. That's fine. I can adjust. I can manage. I said, don't worry, Mom. We're still going to hit a workout of our own. I was like, cool. I'm just going to do legs. I can do legs any other day. I can do legs every day. I hate to say it. I actually don't hate to say it. I'm just letting you know what it is. I'm a leg day girl. And I'm going to keep it simple. So I said, we're going to hit legs. My friend Ashley was actually at the boot camp in the morning, so she was still there, like, just resting and talking to people. I chit-chat with her. She's pregnant, and she is always in the gym. She is 6 months pregnant and making things happen, has real-life emotion in her belly and outside of it. Now it's actually trying to get into the workout. We did a couple leg workouts. I'm not saying we did a boot camp. I'm not saying I'm the trainer of the year. I'm just saying we got in there and we got a good sweat in, and I was feeling good about myself, okay? From the hip thrust to the leg press, and we did a little bit of squatting. I won't be telling my sports physician, so please don't tell him either. I told him I was done squatting, but we just did a little bit of squatting, and we were about to get into our last workout when I walked outside the facility and I saw that the event that was taking place was basically like a bodybuilding seminar. Now, I've been going to the gym for a while. I know a couple people that do bodybuilding and that have taught me a lot about it, because I didn't know there were different things you could participate in and different ways you can compete and different... I honestly still don't know a lot. But the seminar was just educating people. And I look in there, and there's a bunch of people sitting on the turf, and they're listening to this one woman who's giving out the information, who's explaining posing techniques and giving tips. I was like, okay, I might as well sit in on this, because what are the odds that I walk in on a bodybuilding seminar when it's something I've been kind of low-key considering? I don't know. I've been kind of dibbling and dabbling with the idea. I entertained it. I sat in there for like 15, 20 minutes just to hear what she had to say, because I was just intrigued. And then we went ahead and went on our way. The workout was amazing, but I didn't want a full meal afterwards. And I'm a Juice Land girl. I stopped going to Smoothie King once I realized that that's not what true flavor tastes like. When you start going to Juice Land, it's hard to go back to powders, okay? So we pull up to the nearest Juice Land, and I go ahead and grab the best thing on the menu, Berry Godmother in a medium. I kid you not, I had it in my hand for 0.5 seconds before a little bit of juice got on my nice, cute, white sports bra. I was so blown, but it tastes so good that I didn't let that stop me. I cannot vouch hard enough for Juiceland. It is literally so delicious, but you have to experience it for yourself to understand what I'm talking about. So this is your sign. If you have never been to Juiceland, go try it out. Berry Godmother, tell them Trent sent you. It's at this point, it's like midday. I feel like it's like 12 or 1. It's like 12 to 1. Let's call it 1:30-ish. And it's like, okay, someone's going to need a nap soon. My mom was someone, and we just need a shower, and we just finished working out. We head back to the crib, and I look at Coda. Coda sheds a lot. Coda is my dog. He is a husky. He is on the ground right now below me. His hair is everywhere. It's on this couch. It's on this pillow. It's on my shirt. It's on my pants. It's on this microphone. It's everywhere in this house. And I know that in the past, it's always helped his shedding when I get him washed. So I was like, you know what? This is a bright, beautiful Saturday. I'm already in workout clothes. I'm already sweaty. Before I take my shower, let me go ahead and bathe him. So it's like 2 birds, 1 stone. This is something I just thought of off the cuff. Like, I'm just like, you know what? Might as well bathe him. I pull up to the spot. It comes with the shampoo. It has a drying station. All you have to do is bring the dog. I thought we were off to a good foot just because he jumped in the bath on his own. That was easy. Oh, that was pretty easy. This should all be simple. And I guess my underestimation of the difficulty of this process, made this process even more difficult because I did not even expect it to be hard. First things first, he would not, for any reason, stop moving. He wants to sit down. He wants to lay down. He wants to stand up. He wants to be at the back of the bath. He wants to be at the front of the bath. He's on this side. He's on that side. He's up. He's down. He's left. He's right. He would not stop moving for the life of him. And when he wasn't moving, he was shaking off the soap, shaking off the water. Mind you, he's a husky, so it's already hard to get his hair soaked to the point where I can now add water. Like his hair dries naturally kind of fast on its own, so it takes a while for me to get it all to the point where everything is soaked from the top to the bottom. He keeps shaking the water off, and then when it's not the water, he's shaking the shampoo. I'm just making progress where I can, and eventually I decide I'm just gonna tie him up because I tied him to the wall, and I thought that was kind of a W. It was cool. I mean, it was already so late in the process that it would have been really helpful from the jump. It would have been really helpful from the beginning. But we did what we could with what we had. Now, I thought the worst was over when I finished washing him, and I don't think I could have been any further from correct, because the worst part of the process was the drying. He still didn't want to sit down, but on top of this, there was hair flying everywhere. I've had Coda his whole life. I know he sheds. I've been in very close contact with his hair since I got him, literally. But I've never in my life been surrounded by his fur. It felt like I was being attacked from every single angle. There was nowhere that was safe. It was everywhere. And then whenever I would be blow drying him, you would hit this one spot, really kind of in his thigh area. That's where all the hair is. You hit the spot, it's blowing, and then I'm trying to blow it off my face. I accidentally blow it up from the ground, and now it's blowing in the air again. And I'm trying to use the vacuum to keep the hair from getting on me, but it's already all on me. It's all plastered to my legs. It's plastered to my arms. It's on my eyelashes, my nice eyelash extensions, and don't talk about the hair. I felt so after the experience. And I just didn't want to see any more of him. He had made me so mad. I was so annoyed, but we got it over with. After that, I went home and immediately had to wash myself from head to toe. Or the locks needed it the most simply because of the amount of dog hair that was on me. I couldn't just pick it out. It had to be rinsed. It had to be removed by the power of water. It just felt like there's hair all over me, even though there wasn't, but it just felt like that. You know how it is when you feel that. It's like, no thank you. After that, I spent some time and I just edited some content. I literally edited the video of me washing him. I did some voiceovers for some other things I had, and I tied my hair down. I got myself feeling clean in myself again, and it was time to go out. Me and my mom were headed out to Kiss Houston that night. It's a nice little restaurant, really fancy, but it's also kind of like a club. So it's in Houston. A lot of people go there. Her cousin was in town, and her cousin already had reservations, so we were just gonna go early and then just sit at the bar and then just work in with her cousin's group. We show up at the perfect time, I kid you not. 2 women just so happened to be leaving the bar. The whole bar was packed. 2 women just so happened to be leaving in time for me and mom to take their spot. So we sit there. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really not a drinker like that. I'm not a drinker. I'm looking at the menu for kicks and giggles, knowing that there is nothing on here that I will be drinking. I don't want to see Patron. I don't want to talk Grey Goose. I don't want Hennessy. I do not drink. I don't like shots. I want something very sweet. I go ahead, look through the whole menu. I order a cranberry vodka. I order a vodka cranberry, as I do always, and I let her know that I want a lot of cranberry juice. Little vodka, a lot of cranberry. Essentially, I don't want to be drinking, but I want to be drinking. But I don't want it to taste like I'm drinking. I want it to taste like a popsicle, which it did. The cranberry juice was so good. And, our server, our bartender Mariah, she just knew what was up. I was just vibing for a while. The music was good. As I said, it's kind of like a club vibe too. So they have a DJ there. The DJ's giving us hits. He's giving us throwbacks. He's giving us current hits. He's throwing out Beyonce. He's got Trey Songz. He got Usher. He got a little bit of Migos. Like, he's mixing. He's doing what he got paid to do. And I'm feeling really good. Obviously, I can't put the music behind for copyright reasons, but we were sitting there for a while, but we didn't order any food yet. We were waiting for her cousin to show up. When her cousin arrives, my mom orders shots for everybody. Now, as I just said, I don't really drink like that. So as everyone's even picking the shot up and getting ready to like toast, I call Mariah over calmly and I say, Mariah, I need you to get me a chaser immediately. Immediately. I communicated that to her like so quick. So as she's making it, I'm cheers. I tap it on the table super slow. Then I grab it and then I can take the shot in immediate. I'm talking, I barely chase. It seems like I chase so fast, the shot and the juice get mixed together. Like, I don't even give it a chance to touch my taste buds on its own. Call it what you want. I'm chasing. All right. So we get that done and then, it's time to get to the food. We get sat at our table, and look, once again, you can still hear the vibes. The vibes are immaculate. We're sitting outside. Someone ordered this artichoke dip with bread for the table. I've never tasted artichoke dip that creamy. It was literally so good. It was so good. And for dinner, I had the pasta, but they only had chicken pasta. So I asked them to take the chicken out and just leave the pasta, bring the chicken on the side. I'll give it to my mother. She can have the protein later. All right. Turns out someone else at the table also got the pasta, but they wanted the chicken. They switched our plates up. Boom, boom, boom. He got mine. I got his. He was a little bit pressed. I was already taking the chicken out because I thought it was a mistake. I was like, hey, you know what? It happens like that, but I'm hungry now. I was just going to remove the chicken itself and then just tell them not to charge me for it. But she went back, took it, got us our meals correct. And at 11, I got like super tired. And I tapped my mom on the shoulder and I was like, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to head out. You enjoy yourself, because mind you, it's her cousin that's in town and I am having a great time, but like, as soon as I get tired, mind you, it's a Sunday, I want to start my Monday off right. It's like, okay, I need to go, like, I need to be leaving soon. So that was like it was a great night though. I had a good time. I told her to pack the pasta up and she could bring it to me and I'll have it tomorrow, but like, I'm gonna have to get to the bed. I got home. Coda was so happy to see me. He literally is always so excited whenever I'm done, like with my shenanigans. He's literally rushing to the room. He's like, he's ready to get in bed and just like call it a night. He doesn't want me out on the streets where he doesn't know, like, where he can't watch my every move. So we ended up calling it a night. But it was a great Saturday, super eventful. I'm sick that the farmer's market didn't go the way I thought it would. And I actually still need to go get groceries because that was a day that I planned to get my groceries. But then everything ended up happening. So it didn't exactly. But sometimes things don't go the way you think they're going to go. But that's fine. It happens like that. But yeah, I wanted to do the day in the life this way because like I can just switch it up and just add more context to things that were happening. So if you like it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I want to thank you for watching. Mwah.